Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
I am Optimus Prime.
You should know Optimus, you little Prime. You are fucked. Please be nice. You are way cooler than Hot Rod. Bruh, bump it.
Transformers!
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at another Transformers figure. It's from Transformers Siege, it's Ultra Magnus. Now, I found this at my local Walmart here in Greenwood, Indiana. I actually hid him last Sunday in the sporting goods section behind some fishing hats because I just didn't want to spend $50 that day on a figure. And I went ahead and went back to see if he was still there. He was, and man, I gotta tell you, I just don't feel like this is a Leader Class figure, and $50 seems pretty pricey. However, I will have to say, after reviewing Skytread, I really kind of have a new expectation for these figures, so I'm willing to give him a shot. He's one of my favorite characters, so I thought, hey, let's go ahead and try him. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Ultra Magnus in the packaging, and it's in that nice new style of artwork that we get. It says Transformers Siege, War for Cybertron Trilogy. There he is. It says Ultra Magnus, Transformers, Hasbro, Takara Tomy Generations. All the logos are there. Top of the package has a really cool Autobot logo right there, and it's got the Siege. Actually, it just says War for Cybertron Trilogy at the top. Side of the package here has some really nice artwork of Ultra Magnus right there. That's looking pretty cool. It says he's a Leader Class figure. So yeah, I'm definitely digging that. I think that's pretty fun. Very, very neat. And then the front of the package really fast. There he is. Looking all kinds of cool. Side of the package has some really nice artwork here. This would make a great poster. It's got Optimus up here at the top. Looks like Chromia. We get the arc blasting off, looking very cool. Sideswipe and a bunch of other Transformers. Cybertron, and it's got the Siege logo down at the bottom. So just kind of a close-up really quick. The artwork, definitely looking cool. I am digging that. Back of the packaging here shows Ultra Magnus in his full armored mode, and then there he is in his little white mini prime mode in the cab. I really like the fact that the truck has a very Transformers robots in disguise kind of feel. I definitely dig that. That is pretty cool. And it says you can also get Shockwave, which I didn't see Shockwave, nor did I see Prime or Megatron. So I'll have to be on the lookout for those. Just kind of a close-up. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Definitely digging that. Loving the vehicle mode. And then there's Shockwave. So can't wait to find that guy. And well, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Magnus out of box and see what we think. So here we have Ultra Magnus out of the packaging, and I love this figure. This has to be probably one of my favorite Ultra Magnus figures to come out from Takara Hasbro. It's a little bit small feeling to be a Leader Class. It feels much more like a Voyager type class or maybe an Ultra Class, but definitely not Leader Class. That being said, it's really well done. It's a very hefty figure. All the joints are nice and tight. It is very articulated. It has great sculpt and just fantastic paint work. Now, I will say he's definitely a parts former. The trailer basically are the boots, this upper piece on the cab, and then his shoulder bits and his forearm bits. They kind of all break off and become the trailer. But then again, it's kind of like how it was on the original G1 toy as well. So I really can't fault it for that. Now, articulation in this mode is really well done. His head does move back and forth. It moves up and down as well. It's on a ball joint. His arms do move up and down. They rotate out like this. There is a mushroom peg up there. He has a single joint hinge on his elbow, and then his hands twist as well, nice and tight. He does have waist articulation, which surprised me, to be honest. He's got a really nice ratchet joint for the legs. They go out about that far. They twist as well. And then he's got a single joint on the knee. The feet do twist out a little bit. They don't twist all the way in, which is a bit annoying, but he's got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. Now, one of the big play gimmicks to this figure, of course, is that he's got two robot modes. He's got this Ultra Magnus mode that we're used to here, and he's also got the white Little Prime, as Grimlock used to call him, mode, which is very cool, and you essentially just have to take all these bits off. So let's go ahead and remove the parts and see what a small Prime looks like. So here we have a Little Prime in his white Optimus mode here, and this is basically the Optimus Prime you're going to get when you get the Voyager class, I believe. And I like it. I like the look. I like the color scheme. Everything looks pretty decent. Articulation still has the waist. His arms move up and down. It's basically the same articulation that you get before, and the head is on a ball joint, looking really nice. Now, I will say, the most annoying thing about transforming this cab mode here is going to be this piece right here. So, when you're moving this up and down, this could easily break, so be aware of that. The easiest thing to do is to unplug this, and well, actually, you don't even have to unplug the arms. If you push the cab, well, we're going to rotate this down a little. I mean, this thing is just always a pain in the ass. Let's see here. You got to align this, and then this goes down. You got to click down, and then sliding down, maybe. Come on, buddy. Okay, here we go. So you can separate this out. There it is. Like that, just a little bit, because that's what it does in transformation. And then you want to align this up so that you can slide this piece up and down. And when you have the cab pushed forward to see the spine, then it will easily come up here. You can pull it up and then snap into place. If you just try to straight push it upward, I think it's very likely you could break the figure. So definitely be aware of that. Here we have the Transformers Siege Ultra Magnus in his white cab mode, next to the Transformers Cyberverse Hot Rod. And as you can see, he stands head over shoulders on this guy. This is actually a pretty good size scale. So the Voyager figure going to a Warrior class, definitely the right scale. But these things are still kind of pricey. And like I said, the price isn't too bad considering the quality that we're getting out of it. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I really do like the sculpt on this figure. I think the paint apps are very cool. I like the silver paint brushing over the figure. The sculpt of Magnus really looks like him. All the little detail in the figure. He's got the missiles up on top. He's the right color. Everything just screams Ultra Magnus to me, which is very nice. He does have a bit of a backpack on his back, but it's not really that backpacky of a backpack. Can I say backpack one more time? You know, it folds in pretty well. I definitely dig that. And for a parts former, I mean, this thing does pretty damn good. And I don't know. There's just not much I can say bad about the sculpt or the paint. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, loving the paint detail, the dark blues, the silver dry brushing everywhere looks nice. I like his little belt there. That looks good. The silver paint apps on the knees. The silver gun looks good. The silver under his arms look really, really nice. The hands sculpted pretty well. And then he's got the truck butt, which is okay. I don't mind it so much. I mean, it kind of fills out the figure itself. So that's kind of nice. There's nothing that's hollow anywhere on the figure, which is very, very good. He's got waist articulation, which is amazeballs. Just everything about this figure has been top-notch thus far. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, I like how he can house the 2 extra guns on his legs. They blend in really well. The fact that the trailer wraps around and becomes the legs to go onto the smaller primes part, very, very nice. Again, there's nothing that is hollow, which is cool. I like the silver paint apps on the toes. The red and silver on the shins look nice. His feet go into the boots and they blend in really well. The only issue I've really got with the figure, his feet kind of go inward a little bit, and there's really no way to straighten them out, although it looks like it may be an issue with my particular figure, but that's really the only gripe I've got, and that's pretty small. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, this thing is gorgeous. I love the kind of turquoise blue window it's got going on there. The face is very G1 inspired. It's got the blue mask and the red eyes. Looks great. Autobot logo. The pipes are a little short. I don't particularly care for that too much, and I wish they were painted gray. He's got the blue backpack going on up here, but I don't really mind that too much. It kind of bulks out the body of the figure. I like the gray elbows there, and then the silver paint apps kind of dry brushed over the figure. Very, very nice. I mean, it definitely looks like a nice upgraded G1 Ultra Magnus. So looking at the midsection of the figure, again, I am digging the sculpt on this guy. I like the arms, the hands are very, very nice. I definitely love the silver brush. His belt piece there looks awesome. I love that translucent blue. It reminds me of the KOMP. And he's got the little triangles on the forearms like the old figure did. Everything about this figure is just definitely a lot of fun, whether you're looking at it on this scale versus the full Ultra Magnus mode. You do see that kind of track on his little spine there, but again, that really doesn't bug me too much. I like the fact that nothing is hollow on this figure, which is very, very cool. I mean, just overall, aesthetically, it's a good looking figure. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, it's pretty decent. I really like the tires on the side there. He does have the clips that kind of hang out on the sides of the legs, which, it's not too terribly bad. I like how he's got some heel spurs, and all the vents look nice, the silver, but the front of the feet, I don't know, there's something about them. They're just not quite big enough for me, I think. I want them to be a little bit bigger, and they sit kind of awkward. You kind of have to put them up at an angle to get him to sit right, but it does make for some good posing as far as the ankle pivot and all that kind of good stuff he's got going on there. Overall, I mean, I can't complain. It's all nitpicks. So here we have the Ultra Magnus in his vehicle mode, and, you know, for the most part, I really do like this, even though it's pretty much a parts former. But I really can't complain too much because, to be honest, the first one and G1 was that way too. But yeah, this entire trailer is composed of his legs and his arm bits and the part that goes over the white cab. So yeah, definitely interesting. Now, this is my own personal configuration. I like this better than what the original instructions tell you to do, how to do it officially. These guns are actually supposed to be up here, and these are supposed to be back there, but I think this looks much more Ultra Magnus in my opinion. The cab itself is very much an homage to the Robots in Disguise Ultra Magnus, which is kind of cool. The one complaint I have, it's very stiff. It's a block. There is no turning the cab in this configuration, which, I guess is not that big of a deal. The back of the trailer really reminds me of the old G1 Ultra Magnus, which is very nice. Unfortunately, this does not come down, so you can put a car into the back. That would have been very nice, but alas, that did not happen. Now, in this mode, you can rotate this gun up here, which is very cool. And then you can take these guns and lift them upward like this, so you can get a battle mode out of it, which is very, very nice. Now, the actual official instructions say to configure this guy like this, where you take these pieces and put the missile mounts in the back, if I can find the hole. Oh, that's what she said. And here we go. Put that there. So these are supposed to be in the back like this. And then that way you can take these guns and mount these up here like this. And come on. There we go. Yeah, so the guns are up like this. And of course, you can put them down like this, and that's the official look. And yeah, I don't like it. I definitely like it the other way. I think it just looks more like Ultra Magnus. But you know what? It's your toy. Do what you want with it. Now I'm going to pull these pieces off, and I'm going to show the cab itself, which is a bit of a shame when you pull the actual cab out of this configuration. Lift this up, and then if I can get this thing out of here. Come on. Oh, I gotta unpeg it here, and then unpeg it down here. I'm always afraid this is gonna break. Oh, that's one of the downfalls to this figure. Come on, let go. Let it go. It's like Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. There we go. Okay, so there's that unleashed, and here's the cab itself. And yeah, unfortunately, we've got these arms kind of hanging out the back, which really kind of makes me sad. However, you can pull off an alternate look for the cab. So, in order to do that, you're going to use his hands actually with the guns, and you're going to take, take the hand and mount the gun in the hand. I don't know why it's not, there we go. Going in so that you can kind of cover a lot of that, which is kind of cool. So we're going to do that to this side over here and cover that. So that way we got that going. We're going to rotate the feet inward, and I'll show you why here in a second. And then we're going to take these missile pieces, and we're going to mount these onto the guns, like thus, here and here, so that we have the missiles like this. All right, so there we have that. Looking all kinds of cool. All right, and then we're going to bring in the trailer from Transformers Cyberverse. And we're going to take the feet, like I said, and kind of bring them in like this. And then you can actually mount the trailer from Cyberverse on him like this, which actually makes for a very cool alternate look for Ultra Magnus here. I definitely like it. I did see some pictures on the interwebs where somebody had cut this thing out here, and that was kind of cool. I forgot the button was in there. That really kind of surprised me. Boom, there's the button. But yeah, definitely cool. There's the battle attack mode, I guess, right there. But yeah, definitely cool. I like this look, and he gets a little bit of wigglage on it. It rolls well together, which is surprising. But yeah, definitely very fun, and you know, it's a good use of this trailer. And when I get to Transformers Siege Optimus, this trailer is definitely going to be going with him. So is the Leader Class Ultra Magnus from Transformers Siege War for Cybertron something you want in your Transformers collection? I'm going to say yes. Quite frankly, I adore this figure. It does have some minor issues, but for the most part, this has been my favorite Ultra Magnus figure I have to date. I love the sculpt, I love the posability of the figure, the paint apps are awesome, I like the nods to multiple incarnations of the character. The only thing really missing from this figure would be like a Warhammer for Transformers Animated. Other than that, this is a great figure. Pricing point seems a little bit high, but for the quality, I can't complain too much. So there he is, Ultra Magnus from Transformers Siege.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.